In today's news, we are about to enter into a commodity bull super cycle. At least that's what one of the world's largest financial institutions, JP Morgan, is saying. Their 2024 mid-year outlook highlights gold and other precious metals getting ready to shine in the markets very soon. That this is the moment the central banks have been preparing for, which is a major reason why central banks all around the world have been stockpiling gold for the last few years. JP Morgan believes commodity prices will continue to push higher over the next 6 to 12 months, and that it is likely the gold prices will be further supported later this year by Fed rate cuts, which we know there's effectively a 100% chance of that happening next month in September. This is very big news. It is all coming together, but I can hear you asking, so what? Why is this good for crypto, or more importantly, why is this good for XRP? Well, for starters, we already have confirmation that alongside securities, tokenized T-bills, which is tokenized debt, and dollars or fiat, the XRP ledger will also be used to tokenize gold, which is big news. But the other reasons why the rise in commodities is good for crypto and XRP is because it showcases increased investor interest in alternative assets, ditching fiat and searching for something better, and crypto is a relatively new small niche of an asset class, one that is being implemented right now into the new monetary system. So this is just confirmation that a new age is approaching. This could also indicate a potential for safe haven buying, since forever, whenever there's been a financial crisis, we have always reverted back to gold as a safe haven, and potentially investors could see XRP in a similar light due to their robust role in the monetary system. As JP Morgan highlighted, gold prices being supported by Fed rate cuts historically, periods of easing monetary policies have been correlated with bull markets. And the same can be said with inflationary pressures. Crypto is often seen as a potential hedge against inflation. And then finally, and arguably the most important point, increased interest in commodities from the likes of JP Morgan and other large financial institutions can lead to greater institutional involvement in the crypto market. There is a reason why JP Morgan have started getting involved investing into ISO 20022 messaging, because they know payments are the backbone of today's economy, and payments are evolving into incorporating ISO 20022. Again, this is JP Morgan saying this, publishing documents and articles on this matter, but then there are the things that they won't tell you about, like this confidential secret presentation here, which confirms we are at the tipping point in ISO 20022 adoption. Massive news. Pay close attention.
Efficiency at the same time. Now, from a timeline perspective, I think it's important to note that ISO 20022 is not necessarily new. It's been actually adopted by many low-value real-time payments or high-value payment systems in over 70 countries. However, what's significant in the next couple of years is that as high-value payment systems for major currencies, such as Euro, US dollar, and GBP, will be moving to ISO, all of a sudden we have a tipping point and a critical mass in that over 80% of the world's transactions or the world's payment will be processed through ISO standards.
So basically, while the banks are adopting new messaging formats, they are also adding blockchain technology into their core system, adding ISO 20022. And who is ISO 20022 compliant? That is right, XRP. Knowledge is power. It pays to be knowledgeable, and with it you have the potential to make life-changing wealth, which is why last week I created a free-to-join community Discord server. In this community together, we are all working to increase our knowledge to find the true money makers, the true crypto gems, to be a part of the biggest wealth transfer in history. We almost have 200 members already, and that is nuts. We are all growing so quickly, and we are learning so much already, so by all means, come be part of the family. The link to join will be in the description below. But now, in case you missed it, the XRP ledger has now closed over 90 million ledgers and counting, which is very bullish news. The XRP ledger and XRP are quickly growing in adoption now that the lawsuit is basically over and investor confidence is growing with them once again, allegedly being the #1 infrastructure provider right now, which is absolutely nuts. And this adoption will soar to the moon thanks to financial institutions like JP Morgan. No, I am not done with this bit. We can see in these posts from Smoke right here, JP Morgan documentation on banks' involvement in blockchain and CCs acknowledges Ripple's potential to disrupt cross-border payments globally. This is very huge news. For those who watched my last video on JP Morgan 2 or 3 days ago, I covered a Harvard Business Review stating that stablecoins are the ones that will disrupt cross-border payments globally and replace SWIFT. Again though, we are just seeing similarities again and again all over the place, with JP Morgan talking about Ripple and XRP and stablecoins and how they're going to disrupt the monetary system and disrupt SWIFT. So this is a major nod to Ripple from the world's largest bank, but the cherry on top is the small print line at the bottom right here. This document is being provided for the exclusive use of Mikhail Tolakov at Sberbank of Russia, the largest commercial bank in Russia, JP Morgan and Ripple all in one place. How can you see this and think XRP will remain dirt cheap forever? It is simply mind-boggling to me. And then in that very same document, JP Morgan specifically notes that the speed, cost, liquidity characteristics of Ripple and XRP have made it the most appealing digital asset for financial institutions for applications at scale. So once again, Russia, JP Morgan, XRP, all together, while the world's largest bank says XRP is the most appealing for FIs worldwide. The reason this is big news and the reason why you should care so much is because JP Morgan's perspective really matters. They are systematically important. The SWIFT system transacts $29 trillion every single day, and JP Morgan accounts for half of that in ISO 2022 messaging, which is very big news. So basically, when JP Morgan is flipping from SWIFT to Ripple and XRP, that alone is enough for XRP to destroy and cannibalize SWIFT. And then we have every other institution that is jumping on board with Ripple as well. Like right here, this is a MasterCard documentation on the future of remittance in South America. And again, Ripple is the only crypto company cited twice for having blockchain-based rails in international money movements and for being chosen as a CBDC platform for over a dozen governments. This is absolutely massive news. And further proof that they will be using XRP as a bridge. Will that be forever? Who knows? But in the next 18 months especially, we will be seeing an explosion in adoption for XRP and price for XRP as it is being used as a bridge for CBDCs worldwide. Not to mention that SWIFT is expensive, which is also why we have been seeing interviews like this with the head of innovation at the National Payments Corporation of India also mention Ripple and XRP. Listen closely.
In terms of convenience, it's an absolute huge lifesaver for an expat or a migrant living abroad. A bill payment platform such as BPPS was already available domestically. However, extending that to a cross-border was a very welcome and absolute pleasure from the regulators as well. In hindsight, I recall speaking to a few bankers exploring this particular opportunity of bill payments. And we have a few correspondent banks who we deal with in India, and everyone were interested, but the first one who actually saw a value in this proposition was Federal Bank. Federal Bank, when it comes on the technological front, in terms of digitalization, they are quite advanced. So they took this matter ahead, and we were the first exchange house in Kuwait to launch BPPS, and it was a welcome by all the customers who were dealing with us. However, having said that, I believe that the bill payments, what we're looking at today, is not only going to be limited to utility bills or payment of insurance or payment of prepaid mobile top-ups and so on. This will venture into something completely new in time to come.
So I'll just repeat actually. So this is like something we can look for the future actually. Currently, all the payments which are happening via the SWIFT network. The SWIFT network is very costly network, and it costs almost $8 to $10 for a $1,000 transfer. So in the future, what might happen that there'll be bilateral arrangement between two countries for CBDC exchange, and also we could use crypto networks like Ripple for cross-border payments. So this is something which can be planned in the future.
So as you've heard, we have JP Morgan, Russia and India being the BRICS nations, and MasterCard, all praising Ripple and XRP, and that is just scraping the barrel of all the institutions and connections that Ripple and XRP have. Their influence, Ripple and XRP's influence and connections are so deep. XRP will take over and destroy SWIFT, exploding in price, and this bull run will be the time we see XRP's true value revealed. Do your own research, come chill chat and learn in the free Discord server below. Again, remember, don't look short term, think long term, and I'll see you in the next one.